Chapter 1: The Unmasking. A Russian truck driver's daughter walked into Manhattan's most exclusive hotels, ordered $400 eyelash extensions without flinching, and convinced America's financial elite to hand her $100,000. And nobody questioned it until she left a trail of $275,000 in unpaid bills across 2 continents. Anna Sorokin didn't just fool a few gullible socialites. She weaponized Instagram, forged bank documents with surgical precision, and exposed something far more disturbing than her crimes: the willingness of educated, powerful people to suspend all logic when someone looked rich enough. But here's what makes her case truly fascinating. She specifically targeted women in finance and the art world, exploiting not just their bank accounts, but their aspirations and desperate need to be associated with the right people. Chapter 2: The Paris Foundation. Anna Sorokin arrived in Paris in 2011 at 20 years old, leaving behind her middle-class German life. She secured an internship at Purple, a French fashion and art magazine known for edgy, avant-garde content. This wasn't just a job, it was her masterclass in understanding how the wealthy elite operated, what they valued, and what they didn't question. At Purple, she wasn't filing papers, she was studying. Watching how genuine heiresses moved through rooms, noting what they wore, how they spoke, which artists they name-dropped. She observed that in the art world, confidence often trumped credentials. A bold assertion delivered with the right accent could open doors that years of legitimate work couldn't. During this Paris period, Anna Sorokin became Anna Delvey, a name she simply made up. The name change wasn't random. Delvey sounded sophisticated, vaguely European, unmistakably wealthy. It had the ring of old money that didn't need to explain itself. Here's where it gets interesting. She understood that the art world thrived on perception over reality. Her Instagram showed art reduced to aesthetic backdrops for selfies, museums as props rather than passion. But that's precisely what worked. Nobody was testing her knowledge, they just needed to see her near those names. Chapter 3: The New York Invasion. In 2013, Anna Delvey landed in New York City with nothing but connections from Purple magazine and a fabricated identity. She started telling people she had a trust fund worth 60 million euros waiting in Germany. Some versions claimed her father was a diplomat, others said he was an oil baron. The truth? He operated a convenience store and worked as a truck driver. But New York's elite didn't verify. They assumed. She moved into 11 Howard, a luxury hotel in Soho, and began her most audacious play, the Anna Delvey Foundation. She created an 80-page proposal for a private members club and arts foundation, complete with world-renowned artists like Urs Fischer, Helmut Newton, Anish Kapoor, and Cindy Sherman. The proposal looked professional, ambitious, entirely plausible. She had identified something crucial. In New York's art and finance circles, women were still fighting to be taken seriously as entrepreneurs. By positioning herself as a wealthy heiress with a vision, she became someone these women wanted to support, to be associated with, to help succeed. Chapter 4: The Instagram Illusion. Anna Delvey's con wasn't just about fake wire transfers. It was about creating a digital portfolio of legitimacy. Instagram wasn't a side project. It was infrastructure. Every post was calculated. Photos at the Whitney Museum, Manhattan skyline sunsets, exclusive venue nights, selfies with her monogrammed AD phone case. She understood that Instagram served as a visual resume, catalogued proof of existence, bypassing traditional verification. Geotags placed her in right locations. Tags connected her to right people. The sheer volume created a narrative. This person lives this life consistently. Social media allowed her to make herself easily consumable through an aesthetic with mass appeal. One glance at her feed and you'd believe she was the latest it girl or thriving influencer. She was charming, smart, unassuming, perfect for winning over people and their wallets. From Ibiza yachts to front-row Fashion Week seats, every image reinforced the story. When someone Googled Anna Delvey, they found confirmation. The digital paper trail was more convincing than any bank statement because it felt authentic in the way wealth worship culture had trained people to recognize authenticity through lifestyle signifiers. But Instagram also became her downfall. The same posts that established credibility created a time-stamped, geotagged record of her crimes. Chapter 5: The $100,000 Bank Con. In December 2016, Anna Delvey walked into City National Bank seeking a $22 million loan for her foundation. She presented forged bank statements showing 60 million euros in overseas accounts. The documents looked professional: official letterheads, account numbers, transaction histories. She even created fake email addresses for business managers to correspond with the bank. The bank denied the $22 million, but approved a temporary $100,000 overdraft. They believed her story enough to extend significant credit. She told them it wouldn't take long to wire funds from Germany, promising transfer within days. The bank never received those funds. Instead, Anna burned through $55,000 in 30 days. $30,000 for overdue hotel bills, high-end fashion purchases, personal trainer sessions, Apple products, and other expenses. But here's the psychological masterstroke. She spent lavishly on others, picking up tabs at expensive restaurants, tipping $100 bills to hotel staff, treating friends to $300 private fitness sessions and infrared sauna treatments. This generosity wasn't kindness, it was tactical. Every person she treated became an unwitting character witness. She also deposited $15,000 in bad checks into Signature Bank, withdrawing $8,200 before they bounced. It was brazen check-kiting that worked because nobody believed someone who looked like Anna Delvey would commit such pedestrian fraud. Chapter 6: The Private Jet Escape. In May 2017, Anna Delvey decided to attend Warren Buffett's Berkshire Hathaway shareholders meeting in Omaha, Nebraska. For most people, this meant booking a commercial flight. For Anna, it meant chartering a private jet through Blade. The flight from New Jersey to Omaha and back cost $35,390, reported in some accounts as $50,600. Blade required upfront payment, but Anna had cultivated a relationship with Blade's CEO, Rob Wiesenthal, who knew her through Manhattan's elite circles. Because he felt confident in her ability to pay, they allowed her to book without prior payment. Think about that. A $35,000 tab extended on credit because someone seemed wealthy. The CFO, Kathleen McCormick, would later testify that while they occasionally let previous customers postpone payments, Delvey was a first-time customer. When payment didn't arrive the following month, McCormick pursued collection. Anna provided excuses: locked out of Gmail, wire processing, funds coming. Eventually, Wiesenthal threatened police involvement. In August 2017, they discovered a wire transfer from Deutsche Bank was fraudulent. Anna's attorney would later argue that Blade gave her a free flight because of her perceived status. They assumed she was a German heiress and trendsetter who would share experiences on Instagram. And they gave her the plane, but McCormick testified that Blade maintained strict policies against free influencer flights. What happened wasn't a business decision. It was wealth worship manifested. Chapter 7: The Morocco Disaster. In spring 2017, Anna invited Rachel DeLoach Williams, a Vanity Fair photo editor, on an all-expenses-paid trip to Morocco. 2 others joined, a personal trainer and videographer. Anna booked La Mamounia, a 5-star resort, reserving a $7,000 per night private riad with 3 bedrooms, a pool, and a butler. Rachel hesitated. The trip exceeded her budget, but Anna assured her everything was covered as a business expense. They arrived to opulent welcomes and lived like royalty for 2 days. Private tennis lessons, poolside buffets with fresh watermelon and rosé, hammam explorations, live Moroccan music dinners, Churchill bar cocktails. On the 3rd day, Anna's credit card started declining. She asked Rachel to cover purchases, promising reimbursement. Rachel agreed, tracking receipts. She paid for dinners, shopping. The mental tab grew. Then came the reckoning. As they returned to La Mamounia, 2 men approached Anna. An employee mentioned someone had been fired over their villa's payment issues. A functioning credit card should have been on file before arrival. There wasn't one. The men asked Rachel to put down her card for a block on the balance, not to be charged, just to hold the amount while Anna sorted things. Rachel had exactly $410.03 in her account. She had no alternate transportation. She wanted to go home. She put down her card. She was charged $62,000, everything from their 6-night trip. Accommodation, flights, dining, shopping. More money than Rachel earned annually sat on her credit card like a bomb. Anna promised a $70,000 wire transfer. It never came. Anna didn't just leave the next day. She checked out of La Mamounia and went to Richard Branson's Casbah Tamadot, another luxury hotel in Morocco's high Atlas Mountains. While Rachel flew home with debt that would take years to clear, Anna was already moving to her next target. The jury would later acquit Anna on the Morocco charge, but the damage was done. Rachel Williams transformed from friend to victim to witness. She helped the NYPD arrest Anna in a sting operation and wrote about it in Vanity Fair. The Anna Delvey story isn't ultimately about one woman's audacity. It's about a culture so desperate to be near wealth, so trained to worship its signifiers, so willing to suspend scrutiny when someone seems to belong, that a truck driver's daughter from Russia could walk into Manhattan with nothing but a fake name and good Instagram feed and walk out with $250,000. And the most disturbing part, she's still winning. The real question isn't how Anna Sorokin fooled so many people. It's why we're still so eager to be fooled.